Today we're going to talk about why you're probably giving too many people too much of your time. It's really wild to watch how often I hear people say that we do so many virtual coffees or so many one-on-ones, and it's not getting anywhere. Well, today I'm going to talk about building out your starting lineup and how do you get really dialed into meeting with the right people that will help you move your business forward. I'm Donnie Bovine, founder and CEO of Success Champions Networking and the Badass Business Summit. And we are changing the way the world networks. We started with B2B networking, and we're really getting dialed into all the amazing ways that you can actually network and make it work for your business. So, the biggest problem I see with a lot of people is most people just give too much of their time without getting anything back. It's that false belief that if you just show up, it's enough. But I talk to a lot of people and they say networking doesn't work for them. And so I hear things like there's no referrals coming in. I'm constantly opening doors for others, but others aren't opening doors for me. You know, uh, I'm feeling like the networking is a complete waste of time. It's not that networking's a waste of time, it's that you have no strategy around who you're talking to, who you give your time to. And so there's no outcomes to conversations and you're meeting with so many people that just aren't gonna move the needle for you. So, one of the things that I came up with was, how do I know who I should spend most of my time with, as I'm networking, and so I can get into those right conversations? So I came up with this idea where I ranked my network, and I think people do this naturally. I think we literally rank people in 4 categories, and it's funny, I can usually get people to understand this really, really quick because the first, way of getting people to understand they're doing this automatically is, have you ever met somebody that the first time you met them, you're like, "Shit, I never wanna be around this person ever again," right? That's tier 1 or rank 1 of the network, right? We all have these people that we've met, we've been around, and instantly we're like, "This is not our person," right? So that's rank 1, the people that you don't wanna be around. They lack a lot of trust. There's no alignment, no follow through, and they kind of just suck a little bit as human beings. Number 2 is your general network or your acquaintances, okay? Your acquaintances are, these are the people that you meet out at all the different events. You probably have their business cards laying around somewhere. They're people that are, out there doing a lot of networking, but they're not a lot of high value for you. They're not the bad people. It's just they're not a lot of high value for you. Tier 3 is the starting lineup, and I'm gonna come back to those guys, right? This is gonna be your core referral partners, and I'm gonna dive into them more here in a second. Number 4, tier 4 is the untouchables. So the untouchables are your clients, they're celebrities you know, influencers you may know, people that would take damn near an act of God for you to connect somebody to them. So think about it this way. If you and I were out, at a networking event and we had never met, and I walk up to you and say, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Donnie. I'd love to meet your number one client so I can pitch them my services." Right? There's no way in hell you're going to introduce me to your client that way. We just met. We have no trust. We have no bond. We have no rapport. So you're just not going to open that door for me. And since you're not going to open that door for me, we call them the untouchables. Now, this is a rhetorical question, but I want you to think about, how much trust do I have to earn and how long is it going to take before you'll ever introduce me to your best clients, right? It's going to take time to earn that level of trust. So that's what I think about oftentimes is, how do I earn that level of trust with somebody else? So, what I know is everybody is out networking to get to your untouchables, your clients, your influential people and everybody is protecting that network. Like, they don't want you to, y- they're trying to get your untouchables, but nobody wants to introduce people to their untouchables. It's just a funny thing to watch. So, here's what I think about all the time. is how do I get to be in somebody's world and they'll actually introduce me to their untouchables. This go takes us back to rank 3, the starting lineup. So, for most people, if I were to ask you, that, if I were to ask you to introduce me to a bookkeeper, a CPA, right? Something along those lines, most people have somebody they could think of readily and go, "Oh, yeah, I'd introduce you to so and so." Whoever you would think of when I said, "Hey, I'm looking for a bookkeeper or CPA," they own the piece of real estate in your head for that world, right? So, any referral or introductions that come through, they're the person that's going to get that referral or that introduction. The fascinating thing about that for me is that person owns the piece of real estate in your head. And I always am thinking through, how do I become that person for other people? So I look at my clients and I go, okay, my clients in this industry, and not only do they buy my services, they're buying a bunch of ancillary services that are adjacent to me. And I often try and think through, what are all the services that people are buying that are adjacent to me or that are not competition to me. And so what I'll do is I'll sit down, take a client, and I'll write down all of these industries and every industry that that company would buy from. So let's say, I don't know, let's pretend I sell commercial printing. Okay. So, for commercial printing, the main, decision maker inside of a company is going to be a print buyer, right? Or it's going to be a buyer in general. So I'll think through, okay, I sell in print. What else will that buyer buy? Well, they're going to buy potentially promotional products, uniforms. They're going to buy office supplies. They're going to buy, equipment, all the things, and they're the ones that handle all the negotiations. So yes, I want to get to the buyer in that company, but ultimately I wanna be introduced to all those people that sell directly to that buyer. And what I know is if I meet the people that are adjacent to me that sell into that same spot, odds are I could build a relationship. And over time, they might introduce me to some of their buyers if I will introduce them to some of my buyers. So I think through on a regular basis, how do I earn my right in their starting lineup? Like, how do I get connected to, or to have them bring my name up in the right conversations? How do I get them to think about me, talk about me during the right moments? So I am often thinking through, okay, what else are my clients buying, and how can I get connected to those people? And then how do I get those people to want to bring my name up with their other clients? And it's by opening doors for them. So what I'll do on a regular basis is I get introduced to somebody who's adjacent to me, and then I will start opening doors for them. I will make introductions to other industries that also sell to our ideal clients. And what I'm thinking through is I'm trying to connect to as many people as I possibly can that are all adjacent, because I know if I get all these people connected, then odds of them getting into conversations and bringing my name up are 10 times more powerful. So I'm always opening doors for others that are going to be intrinsically valuable for me. So think about it this way: if I introduce you to 5, 6, 7, 8 different people that are also adjacent to you going after similar clients, there's potentially a lot of value there, because hopefully you find some synergy and you guys want to open some really cool doors back and forth for each other, right? And the more I can stay in front of you, the more opportunities I get that if somebody brings up the service I sell, you'll bring my name up, right? So I am constantly opening, hopefully, the right doors, uh, for people. But I also want you to think about who's in your current starting lineup. So who is currently, out there, that is bringing your name up right now. So anybody that brings your name up and gives you an introduction or referral is your current starting lineup, right? But also, we have people sitting in our starting lineup that never brings our name up. They never get introductions or the likes, right, to you. So what I want you to think about is who is currently holding a spot in your head. Like when I said bookkeeper and you think of a bookkeeper, um, who do you think of that's the person's in your starting lineup? What other industries do you have out there where you have people sitting in a prime position that won't bring your name up? If they won't bring your name up and you're making introductions and referrals for you, you need to flip the script and go find people that will bring your name up, right? And you really need to curate that starting lineup roster because you'll hear people say, "I give a lot of introductions and referrals, but I get nothing in return." It's because they have not curated that starting lineup, right? So it really changes everything. So you don't need more networking, you need a better strategy overall. You need to really get to connected to the right people that will respect your business as much as you respect theirs. So, what I want you to think about is how am I constantly upgrading and improving my network? How am I opening the right doors to earn my spot in their starting lineup so they will bring my name up when my industry is mentioned? I've built an empire on this entire thought process and methodology, but you have got to earn the right to have others bring your name up because you become the key connector, the key person that opens doors for others. So it's really, really, really works really well. And I promise if you get this dialed in, guys, I'm here woo, each week going live, talking about networking and business development, and really teaching you the real way to get your business dialed in. A lot of people who teach networking are giving you fluffy things like do jingles and 30-second commercials and all this stupid stuff. Look, I need to get ROI from networking, so I'm only going to teach the things that really get you dialed in and get your business rocking and rolling. So, here every Monday, gonna go live, continue to teach this. Y'all have an amazing, awesome time. Love you, mean it. See you. Bye.